Can Jamaica ever become prosperous by focusing primarily on the services industry? That is a question that has boggled me and I've wrestled with for years. Jamaica's primary source of foreign exchange comes from tourism. However, I think it's only 10 or 20 cents out of every dollar a tourist spends gets circulated in the Jamaican economy. The remaining 90 to 80 cents is exported. It is gone abroad, gone to the company's usual parent company, which is normally domiciled abroad. With that being said, can we make money from tourism? I don't think so. I think that is hiding to nothing. I think it's a dead horse that we're beating, and I think we need to be focusing on other sectors that will more realistically make us money and make us more prosperous. One of those things which I'll admit the government and opposition have been harping on about is increasing the skills-based pool that they can draw upon from Jamaicans. That is increasing the skills that Jamaicans have. So as a result, institutions like HEART have become totally free. They provide subsidies to people who want to attend, and that is theoretically supposed to improve their skills so they can do productive work, work outside the services sector in things like industry, manufacturing, farming, things like that. That is excellent, and it would therefore look like the government and opposition both agree that the services sector is not the primary way to make money. But as somebody who a few times has been to HEART, I can tell you that HEART is not, as it is now, is not meeting the demand. There are persons who want to attend HEART who have got no call back from HEART. There are persons who want to attend HEART who haven't got any email from HEART, just no communication in general. When persons do attend HEART, they find that the education on offer, while it is top notch, the style in which it's offered is rather slapdash. There are a lot of problems there. We also have a problem with persons not being academically qualified. That in and of itself shouldn't hinder persons going to HEART and getting the skills qualification to then go on and enter industry. But it does become a problem when you see these persons with basic reading comprehension skills. That becomes a problem. Time is spent bringing that person up to scratch on reading comprehension that could have been spent, could have and should have been spent on skills training. So it's a whole kerfuffle. It's a chicken and egg situation. Do you deal with the primary education first before you deal with the skills training, or do you do skills training and the primary education at the same time? What do you do? I personally think you should be focusing on the primary education, get it done right there, so that when they enter the skills training scenario, they can, like a sponge with water, just absorb it easily. We're not ever going to make money from the services industry. We need actual physical industries that build things, industries that create things, and tourism is never going to be that. Tourism is a leech that just sucks out all the life of an individual, of a company, of a country, and just leaves it as a shell, leaves it with a couple of cents after it's done its job. We can't go on that way. Now, I'm not saying that we totally abandon tourism. No, that is one of our niches. That's something we should be taking advantage of. But we should be doing tourism along with other things, along with things like manufacturing, like I say. There's no reason why our farmers should be having surpluses of goods and not being able to find a market. There should obviously be an industry, a manufacturing industry, ready to accept those goods. And you go down the list, and yeah, I just think that we need to have this conversation about relying so much on the services industry as opposed to the manufacturing and other industries.